Just
Call to order. Receive the minutes.
we received them. Anybody have any comments on the minutes of the last meeting, minutes of the March 5th, 2012 meeting? Hearing none, I request a motion to approve the minutes as written. So moved. Second. Moved and seconded to approve the minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
First item of business, or first item on the...
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Vice Chairman and committee members. We have 9 items for your consideration, which is, higher than usual. Item number A, we are requesting that $100,000 from the 2000 general obligation bond authorization proposition number 4, drainage control, be declared surplus, and we use the funds for a relocation of repairing of a pipe under a railroad yard. This is a railroad yard. The directions are Northeast First to the north, I-235 to the west, Kelly Avenue to the east, and Reno to the south. That's the yellow area that you see. It's a 96-inch corrugated metal pipe that was constructed in the 1970s, and it has corroded very badly inside, where, as you see the light of the day in one of the joints of the pipe. Our maintenance department had gone out there and had to repair a number of times this area. The railroad company, the Union Pacific, uses this yard as storing some material, and the erosion and the sinkholes that have developed in the area, our maintenance crew also had to go one time and replace a 20-foot section of this pipe, which was, pretty enormous task. After consulting with the contractors and looking at inside the pipe, we have come up with a solution to fix this, and we need the $100,000 to put this to bid and to take care of this summer. Any questions?
Any questions? Hear a motion to approve? So moved and seconded. All in favor?
All right, item number B. There are 2 fire stations, fire station number 3 and fire station number 15, located on North MacArthur and Northwest 122nd. Have some roof leakage and require some roof repairs. Insurance is covering about 84% of the cost. Overall cost is $140,367. The remaining is $22,241 that we are requesting that the unlisted funds from the fire 2007 authorization be used for the repair. The repairs are necessary because to protect the equipment, of course, and the roof and the life of the building. Any questions?
When they're placing almost pure flat roofs like this, are they now putting down materials to get a slope?
Do you know any answer to that? Are they going to slope the roof because it's a flat roof? Are they going to put a slope to it so we don't have a leakage?
Well, a flat roof, I mean, there is towards each edge it's like an eighth to a quarter inch per foot. So, I mean, it does drain towards either the roof drain side or to the pyramid.
The pictures we're seeing make it apparent it isn't draining very well.
I'll make sure the engineer is aware of this issue and, make sure that they look at that. I would suspect the same kind be replaced. Is that usually?
Right now, you looked at two different fire stations. That's why the assumption that you put that, what you would take off. So one would be modified, the other would be behind fire. That's an assumption, so you don't know. Yeah, that's as a general rule what they did. Again, if we can get information, for sure, and let you know. Well, back to your question there. That makes no sense. I'm not into that. You're how you do your job. It just seems to me we're talking about extra installation, extra, paper to facilitate drainage. A modified roof is going to be a better option. I'm not saying it's a better roof. I'm just saying.
Yes.
It seems odd when you see your cracker. It seems to me that the city would have a cracker because the cost wise. I think the tar gravel, I don't know how they're I think tar gravel costs a little bit more.
If that modified roof is the latest, that's nice materials that are almost indestructible.
Well, you're talking about EPDM, and that's not what that is.
Right, right. Yeah. And we have a different situation here too than what I run most of my roofing, like roofs in Mexico. Here we have much more likely to have heavy hail than they are there. So that financially it may be better to do the cheapest we can and
Well, in that case, they're charging.
insurance companies put it on a new roof for a while.
I think it is reasonable requirement, something that we know exactly. We're going to spend, we already know how we're spending money, so somebody's obviously giving us a bid to see what it is.
Yes.
That does raise the question about the insurance. I know that in Oklahoma City on residential roofs, we've had some of the worst hailstorms in recent times, that some insurance companies will actually pay more than the roof to replace what it was before, to simply get people to buy the kind of roofing that's more resistant to hail damage. Literally to the point of paying several times what the roof originally cost. In order to get a longer lasting roof. Whether they do that on commercial property, because I'm sure that they limit the fire house. Another question.
I'll look into your questions and we'll have a report to you by next meeting.
He's going to call over and talk to somebody, so why don't we move this to the heel of the docket and get some information?
Okay. The fire personnel is checking into this, so after we go through these, you may have some answers to your questions.
Just move this to the heel.
Yeah,
So we'll vote on this one later. We'll just move this to the end of the agenda.
and the danger, yes.
I really like to write the questions, to question whether I would vote to approve them. I realize it's got to be done. I'm just asking that somebody at least tell us that they looked at those options.
Well, I think we're going to have some more information at the end of the meeting. That's why we're going to put it to the end of the meeting. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll just push this one aside.
All right. So I'll move on to item number C. We are requesting $35,000 from the 2000 general obligation, Proposition 5, which is parks. Number I, that's a basketball court improvement. We like that to be surplused and be made available to the Proposition E, which is park walks and path improvements. This is for Douglas Park. This is located at Northwest 45th Street and Walker Avenue. The neighborhood desires to have walk and paths instead of basketball court, and the proposition number I, more than 85% has been expended, and this is the only park remaining. So we like to surplus this and instead use it for the walk and path, the same authorization, and apply to an ongoing project, which is MP 0422, in order to get that walks and path constructed in this park. Any questions?
Who are the people that wanted to have a sidewalk instead of basketball? I assume that's adults. Anybody ever asked the kids what they care about?
Well, as I understand it, this walk and path will be available for not only the pedestrians, but also for hikers and, bicycles, etc. It'll be, around the perimeter of the park.
In my neighborhood, and again, don't get me wrong, I think walking trails are fantastic. But I know in my neighborhood, another basketball court would be very desirable. If nothing else, to keep a bunch of kids from doing things that they probably shouldn't be.
I see.
So the same question, how does the neighborhood express it? It says that the neighborhood doesn't want basketball. How do you determine that?
Well, they have approached our council person, and also, they have expressed their interest through the Parks and Recreation Department. I believe it's, both city council member, the neighborhood association, all combined.
Just seems, looking at the justification, that it's not too strong, the request of neighborhood residents to have additional walks and paths in lieu of basketball court improvements. Request through what process and by how many, and et cetera. I guess you all figure that out.
Yes, it'd be nice if somebody from the Parks Department was here to address that question. It's my understanding we have an internal meeting with the city manager's office to go through all these projects before they're brought before you. And at that meeting, it was just stated that the Parks Department had met with the neighborhood. I don't know if it was at a regular neighborhood meeting or what, but that's all the information that we have at this time.
Anybody require further information on this? Ready to vote? Aye. Anybody?
Could we who initialized the motion? Who made the motion? You might make a motion on that item. Who made the initial motion on that item? You made the motion. So number 4. Who seconded? Thank you. We just want to make sure we get the minutes right.
All right, moving on to item number D. We are requesting $2 million in the 2007 general obligation, Proposition 1, which is street and listed funds, to be used for the microsurfacing program. The microsurfacing program, the goal for each year is our maintenance and street department have a goal of 100 lane miles per fiscal year. It is a season-driven project. which is temperature sensitive, which runs from April through October. And, you know, the last 2-3 years, the bond money has been used for this work. This provides material for the street department to do the work. They have the equipment, the trucks, and the material, the equipment to do the work. Any questions?
We have a motion to recommend allocation. Do we have one over here? Second? All in favor? Aye.
All right, item number E. We are requesting $60,723 from the 2000 general obligation bond Proposition 1 streets and listed to be provided to citywide pavement marking. This amount of money will carry the pavement marking that follows the macro surfacing through June 30th of this year. And with the new bond proceeds coming in, there will be a new allocation for the next fiscal year. But this is the money that we need to do the striping while we are waiting for the new funding.
We have a motion to recommend allocation on item 3E. So moved. Second? All in favor? Opposed? Thank you.
Thank you. Item F, we are requesting $200,000 from the general obligation bond Proposition 1 streets, the unlisted funds, to be used for a project that is in agreement with the City of Edmond, Oklahoma County, for a street resurfacing on Northeast 150th from Anderson to Hiwassee Road. There's a 3 mile of this street from Post all the way to Hiwassee that is in bad shape and needs resurfacing. The one that we are asking today will resurface the eastern mile of this road. And it's going to be in cooperation with City of Edmond, City of Oklahoma, and Oklahoma County. Oklahoma County will be providing the labor to do the job, and City of Edmond and City of Oklahoma City will provide the money for the material part of that. So there's going to be agreements signed, put together between the 3 entities. Any questions? And the other 2 miles, I may add, will be programmed as the funds become available in the future.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries to approve.
Thank you. Item G, it's another $200,000 we are requesting from 2007 general obligation Proposition 1 street unlisted funds for a resurfacing and an agreement with Oklahoma County. This is for Southwest 15th Street from MacArthur to about 4,000 feet west of MacArthur. Southwest 15 is an access road to Crystal Lake, so we like to improve this with a new material that hasn't been tried before, recycled shingle asphalt. So it's going to be, the specification for it will be provided by the City of Oklahoma City, and it will be done through competitive bidding. So we have the material through bid, and Oklahoma County will do the labor to resurface that road. Any questions? As you see, the road is patched up and really needs the treatment badly.
You have a motion to approve item 3G? Second? All in favor of approving item 3G? And we need to go back a moment and get a motion to approve item 3F. I kind of jumped into that, so if I could have a motion on the previous item, 3F, to approve it. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you. Second. And seconded? Appreciate that.
Okay, we are on item H. We are requesting $72,420.89 from the 2000 general obligation Proposition 1 streets bond interest and $62,579.11 from the 2007 bond obligation Proposition 1 bond interest, a total of $135,000. This is going to be used for resurfacing of Fenridge Drive, and the location is noted as east of Sooner Road. It's actually west of Sooner Road and south of Southeast 89th Street. This street was part of a public street for the Southern Oaks Estate subdivision, which was platted and accepted by Cleveland County in the 1960s. And in the 1978, the city annexed this location. The contractor that built this project went out of business, so the street is in very bad situation and requires fixing. We have consulted with our municipal councilors, and since this was to be a public street, we need to improve that street. So this will enable us to fix that street that has been in bad shape for a long time. Any questions?
Motion to approve the request. Moved, seconded. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Request approved.
Thank you. Item I, we are requesting $600,000 from the 2007 bond obligation Proposition 1 streets unlisted funds to be used for street reconstruction, Rockwell Avenue from Memorial Road to half a mile north. This is going to be an agreement between the city of Oklahoma City and also two developers, KB Investment Company, LLC, and K-Rock Development. They desire to widen this road to 4-lane and curb and gutter and storm sewer. The city is agreeing to pay half of the estimated cost, plus any cost of, administrative cost, bidding, and also any change orders or changes that comes beyond construction over the $600,000, and the developers are putting in $600,000 for this improvement. Any questions?
Is this typical?
What was the question, Danny?
Is it typical?
This is, in my 24 years here at the city, this is the first time, and I've been in public works since 1990, this is the first time that I can remember a developer coming forward and offering to participate at this level for this type of improvement. And we've had several meetings with both the developers. We've actually been discussing this project now for upwards of 18 months. And at first, all they wanted to do was to do just a rural section, with no curb and gutter, and just improve, the existing street. And if you're at all familiar with that stretch of Memorial Road, we've got Paycom up there now, and we've got a ton of development up there, and it made really no sense for us to go back with just a 2-lane facility. And we told them that if we were going to do it, we wanted to do it right. So they came to the table with $600,000. The $1.2 million estimated cost also includes a 15% contingency that's built into the estimate right now. So it's going to be a good deal because that area is going to develop. They have contracts for some residential, both multifamily and single family in that area. They've got one parcel that they're looking at possibly selling to the Deer Creek School District. So it is going to develop, here quite rapidly once the street goes in. And that's been one of our things. We've been habitually catching up with development. The homes get built, the retail goes in, and then we widen the street. This is a prime opportunity for the city to get in front of that and put a good 4-lane curb and gutter facility in there prior to the development taking place. And it just so happens that we've got developers that want to pay 50% of the cost. So I think it's a win-win situation. It was not included in the 2007 bond program. That is correct. Well, it's a street that again, they were going to put that single-family residential, that multifamily residential, and some of that commercial development in there, even with a 2-lane facility. And especially up in that part of town, we've been habitually catching up and putting in 4-lane streets forever. So, again, this is the first time in 24 years that I've been around that we've ever had a developer come to us, and when you've got someone who's willing to pay 50% of the cost to put the right kind of facility in prior to development, we all thought that it was a very good idea to do so. So, because they were going to build those homes and everything else, and if you've ever been up in northwest Oklahoma City, you know what's going on up there now with all the streets under construction and all the congestion that's going on because all the streets were 2-lane after the homes got put in. So this is an opportunity again for us to try to get out in front of that, and get a good 4-lane road in there, and then have the single-family homes and the commercial and multifamily homes. Right. Right. It's not typical. He would have to put in, they would have to put in, and I don't know exactly how many 100 feet. Let's just say, for example, they were going to put in a single-family subdivision with maybe 80 or 100 homes. We would make them widen. Let's just say it's going in on the east side of the road. On that side of the road, so many 100 feet on either side of the main entrance in order to provide a turning lane in and out. But that's all that we would require them to do. Okay.
Thank you. Any further discussion on item I, 3I? Could I hear a motion to approve the recommendation? Motion. Second. All in favor? That's the.
I guess we need to revisit item B.
I talked to our facilities manager, and he said they're both going to be composite roofs, and they would be, they have a 30-year warranty, and that we would be improving the pitch on both of them. So they will not be modified, they will not be built up like PVC and single ply member, is that what you're saying? Well, I'm just relaying the information. He said composite roof, so somebody with more knowledge might be able to. They're using the same kind of roof.
All right, thank you for that. On item 3B, does anybody, can we have a motion to approve item 3B? Moved? You all right with that? Okay. Second it? Are you seconding? Sure. Okay, thank you. Item 3B, motion to approve. All in favor? Thank you. All right, I think.
Yes, thank you much.
None at this time. At Mr. Cunningham's request, we're going to include a map with your packets for next month with an updated way of getting to the parking.
We call that maps 5 or 6?